Hello, Kathy Rose here, and I am here to talk to you about the astrological patterns for February 2023. We are in the middle of Aquarius season, and the mandala that's on screen is the representation of the energy of that sign. Aquarius is an air sign in the fixed modality, and it has a lot to do with our thinking. It has a lot to do with how we structure our words and our sentences and our beliefs and how we communicate with others. So let me explain. First, let's focus on the full moon, which is February 5th. It's a full moon in Leo, and this really starts the month with a great and dynamic and wonderful opportunity. We get to embrace our uniqueness with this full moon. You see the image on screen. Yeah, I just love this image. It's a lion with dreadlocks and headphones. It's very funky. And if you could imagine this lion walking like a cat walks with that beautiful, beautiful movement in their body, head held high, being very proud, being very confident in the unique statement. That's what we get to learn with this full moon. So you see, if you're looking at the chart on the screen, that the sun and the moon are making an aspect to the planet Uranus. It's highlighted in red there. That's called a T-square. That square between Uranus and the sun and the moon highlights that originality, the unique sense of self, our authentic style. It highlights our ability to embrace that and to love it and appreciate it and to wear it well. Think about that. That gets the month going. Be who you are and don't make excuses. And then it leads me to the next part of what's happening in February, which is really, really very cool because we have some strong development with Mercury themes, which will be awareness of your thinking. So if you look at the image on the screen, it looks like a stream of data flowing into the computerized brain. It's an android sort of looking person. But what's going to happen as we go through February is we get to understand that what we believe and what we think comes into our life, and that we are creating our reality through our thoughts and our beliefs. So let's look at this. The Mercury themes are this. We begin on February 10th with a very quick transit of Mercury conjoining Pluto. And that's going to happen in the very last few degrees of Capricorn, so 28 degrees Capricorn. One reason this is so important is because Pluto is going to have a brief entry into the sign Aquarius in March for just a short time, and then it will retrograde back into the late degrees of Capricorn. It doesn't fully make the entrance into Aquarius until 2024, late 2024. But when Mercury conjoins Pluto on February 10th, we get to deeply and profoundly examine our beliefs. And we have an opportunity to purge. Pluto is always connected with purging, letting something go, releasing what no longer works. So my advice, starting with that full moon and then flowing to February 10th, is to ask yourself, what beliefs have you outgrown? And really just to look at your life and see your beliefs reflected back to you in reality, and be very clear about what new beliefs you may want to nurture and what old beliefs you may want to release. Then if you go forward, February 21st, Mercury is going to square Uranus at 15 degrees fixed. Uranus will be 15 Taurus, Mercury will be 15 Aquarius. Now, the reason this is important is because this enlivens your thoughts. And again, it connects back to that full moon on February 5th, which said, I love my original statement and I'm going to wear it well. So our thinking becomes aligned with that maverick sense, with that original thinking. And it's quite possible, if you relax into it, you may be receiving new downloads, creative, brilliant solutions to problems or ideas that pop in. Be aware of that in the mid-month part when Mercury is squaring Uranus. But remember, if you purge and release what is blocking all the goodness that wants to happen in your life, then Mercury square Uranus functions so much better, because it's like you have high-speed internet in your subconscious and in your brain, flowing out into the world, creating what you want. Then the next Mercury statement is actually in early March, but I wanted to include it because these aspects all work together. March 2nd, Mercury will conjoin Saturn at 29 degrees Aquarius. Now, again, the reason this is so important is because Saturn is going to enter Pisces in March. And so Mercury making that conjunction with Saturn allows us to say, how do I want to structure my thinking? And how can I create better habits so that consistently I am saying what I want, I'm giving energy to what I want, not what I don't want, right? So this is a very potent time to be developing good habits. All these Mercury statements flow together step by step by step. Now, to change the theme just a little bit, mid-month, right about the time we have Valentine's Day, Love Day, right? We are going to have an exceptionally beautiful conjunction between Venus and Neptune. It's actually exact the day after Valentine's Day, February 15th, but it's going to be in full bloom on Love Day. Now, this Venus-Neptune conjunction highlights unconditional love and selflessness and sensitivity and beauty and intuition. And it opens the door to not only express it out into the world, which is a great thing because it makes the world a better place, but it opens the door for you to feel it flowing through you from the universe. So whether you have a romantic partner or not, celebrate Love Day by understanding you are deeply loved and supported by the divine, by the universe, by your guides and angels, however you structure your spiritual understanding of the world. But it's going to be highlighted. And you can fill yourselves with that self-love, and then you can radiate it out to the world. What a special time this is going to be. And of course, the mandala that's on screen is one that I made many years ago. And I connect it to Valentine's Day because it has kind of a level of passion, but it has beauty. It has Venus, Neptune all together in it. All right. Then February 20th, we have a new moon in Pisces. Now, I don't have the chart of that new moon up on screen because I'm going to be doing a separate video on that. So you'll see that mid-month. And I want to explain in detail all of the amazing energies that are at play. But if you simply look at this mandala on screen, you're going to feel the big difference in Pisces energy versus the first mandala I showed you, which was Aquarius. Pisces is a water sign. It's in the mutable modality. So we're dealing with much more abstract, flowing, creative, intuitive energy, rather than Aquarius, which is a fixed air sign, which is much more structured and focused in thinking and objectivity. So that new moon in Pisces is going to have a different dynamic, and it's going to sort of bring about the preview and highlight the energy that Saturn is going to bring as it enters Pisces. We have a lot of development coming up. So watch for this new moon video. It'll come out about mid-month, and I will talk to you about how you can use that new moon for your highest good. Final thoughts. Now, what's interesting is the image I chose says, please do not feed the fears. And if I'm going to really, truly walk my talk in what I believe, I would never say, please do not feed the fears. I would say, please feed your confidence. I would direct you to think about what you actually want Because as soon as you say, please do not feed the fears, you're really focusing on fear. And so I present this to you as an example of how you can change how you're communicating and thinking. Please nourish your sense of love. Please nourish your courage. Please nourish your confidence. And that goes with the whole Mercury theme in how do you want to say something? Where do you want your focus to go? Which is really talking about the self-fulfilling prophecy. So as we go through the month of February, and we have all this Mercury development, and we have Saturn reaching the last few degrees of Aquarius, the thinking sign, we need to be mindful what we tell ourselves about a situation, because we get to be right. We get to choose what we create in our life. The self-fulfilling prophecy is real. So that mindfulness about how you are communicating, what words you are saying, what beliefs you are embracing flows all through February. And to end, this is the final thought now, which is mastery of life has a lot to do with being in command of your state of mind. You get to choose how you respond. You get to choose the mood that you have. Other people can't make you feel a certain way when you are in command of your state of mind. Yes, it takes practice. Yes, it takes commitment, but that is what we get to think about and create habits in as we flow through February. And it's quite a beautiful opportunity, and it makes us free. So many blessings to you as always. Much love being sent to you. And I hope you enjoy this exploration of the mind that February offers us, because there's no better way to help the world than by first creating positive beliefs that then show up in your life. Okay, bye for now. And I will see you at the new moon in Pisces mid-month.